This is the Skybeam Juno from Franklyn Guitars, a stripped back, aggressive Strat style guitar built here in the UK. Chris from Franklyn Guitars builds these down near the Surrey and Hampshire borders. I met him earlier this year at the British Boutique Guitar Festival, and I made a video talking to him and giving a brief overview of a few different Skybeams that he had with him at the time. The Skybeam is a new model for 2022 from Franklyn Guitars. Chris describes the model as being a versatile player at home with rock, old school metal, or being an out-and-out grunge or thrash metal killer. I don't disagree, but I also think the Skybeam line in general wouldn't be out of place in a far more modern situation like gent or technical metal. I could easily see one of the Periphery guys playing something like this. So what does the Skybeam offer over other high-end S-type guitars? Well, it gives you an extended upper fret access with its deeper cutaway. The overall carve is far more comfortable and it has an ergonomic heel carve. It has a multi-laminate neck which helps the stability. This neck isn't going to move unless you want it to with a truss rod adjustment, for example. You can have any configuration you want. This one is a single P90 in the bridge, but you can have HSS, HH, you can even have a single P90 in the neck if that's what you want. I wouldn't, but you can. Don't do it. They range in price from £1,800 to about £2,400. It's a lot of money, but for a handmade custom guitar built here in the UK, it's not unreasonable. Let's have a look at the specs on this. Now, the Juno is the most stripped back version of what Franklyn Guitars are offering, but keep in mind that these are custom built and you can always discuss your own preferences with Chris. This guitar has a Swamp Ash body finished in hard wax oil, a maple and pinstripe ultra stable neck, a pale furrow fretboard with mother of pearl inlays, 25.5-inch scale length, a modern feeling 12-inch radius, a Corian nut and D'Addario strings. There's Goto locking tuners, Goto bridge, a Goto socket plate and Goto strap buttons, so all very good quality hardware. For electronics, we have a single CTS volume pot, a Switchcraft output jack, and last of all, a True Grit P90 from Bare Knuckle. The True Grit is a hot 10k Alnico 5 pickup. So you've heard how it sounds in a track. Honestly, I was blown away with it, and I found myself very inspired when coming up with the track. New sounds just kept coming out of this thing, and I think that's especially surprising considering how few controls there are. Let's hear a few isolated sounds. I'll be playing through my diesel VH4, a diesel 212 loaded with vintage 30s, mic'd up with a Shure SM57. Hopefully I'll be able to show off more Franklyn guitars on my channel in the future. This particular model, as well as a handful of others, are available on their Reverb shop now. I'll add a link in the description below. But Chris is always up for talking guitars, so if you've got an idea in mind and you want to talk it through with him, his details will also be down below. I really want to see Franklyn guitars do well in this industry. He's worked really hard at his craft and makes really great guitars. There's a lot of competition at this level, but I think Chris deserves to be up there when you're considering a high-end build. You can also come and meet Chris and play some of his guitars at the London International Guitar Show at Kempton Park Racetrack on the 30th of October 2022. Here's a video that I made with Chris when I first met him. Check it out, there's a really cool orange Skybeam featured in that video. And who would want to miss that?